Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Now let us move on to Sattvika Bhava. Sattvika is the involuntary emotions which come out from your mind. Now the question arises. They ask why these states are called Sattvika Bhavas if others are not without Sattva? For this, Bharata answers, Iha Sattvam Nama Manah Prabhavam. So it is said that Sattva originates from the mind. It is caused by the concentration of mind. So Sattva refers to purity. So naturally, when you concentrate, the Sattva emerges, he says. Tacha samahita manasvat utpadyate. Samahita manasvat. The concentrated mind. Manaha samadhanacha sattva nishpattir bhavati. So, sattva is accomplished by the concentration of mind. He says, Tasya cha yo asau svabhavaha romancha ashru vaivarnyadiko na shakyate anya manasa kartum iti lokasvabhavanukaranatvat cha natyasya sattvam ipsitam. He says, sattva is accomplished by concentration of mind. Its nature, horripilation, tears, loss of color and the like cannot be mimicked or cannot be performed by an absent-minded actor. So it is brought out as natural, though it is imitated, mimicked, but it is brought out as natural. That imitation can be done only if you have a concentrated mind. So then Bharata gives an example. Here, what is the example given for Sattvika Bhava? He says, Atra uchyate iha hi natya dharmi pravrittaha sukha dukkha krita bhavaha tatha sattva vishuddhaha karyaha yatha swarupa bhavanti. So he says, this is the example. What is that? It may be said that in the theatrical practice, the situations of happiness as well as misery should be purely because of the sattva behind them. It is made yatha swarupa, realistic as it is. How can sorrow, which has weeping as its basis, be represented on stage when one is not in that condition, is asked as a question. And how can happiness, which has joy as its basis, be represented on the stage when one is not happy? So the answer is, hence the sattva being desired in connection with certain states, certain bhavas. The latter is called Sattvika. He says, सत्त्वं समीप्सितमिति कृत्वा सात्विको नाम इति भावः. So, the sattva being desired in connection with that particular bhava, and thus it is sattvika. This sattva is explained by the fact that tears and horripilation are respectively to be shown by the person who are not sorrow or not happy. Even though they are not sorrow, they should show that sorrowness. Even though they are not happy, they should show that happiness. That is brought by the concentration of mind as a character in that particular drama or particular episode. These are 8 in number. Sthambaha, Svedo, Ata Romanchaha, Swarasado, Ata Vepatuhu, Vaivarnyam Ashru Pralaya, Ityashtau Satvikaha Smritaha. What are the 8 Satvika bhavas? Stamba, paralysis. Sweda, perspiration. Romancha, horripilation. Swarasada, change of voice. Vepatuhu, trembling. Vaivarnyam, change of color. Ashru, weeping, and pralaya, fainting. Now Bharata says how it has to be represented on stage. Perspiration. See, of course, it should happen on stage by concentration of your mind. We should feel that emotion and we should be able to bring out that anubhava through that sattva. Of course, it will be exaggerated through a little bit of angika. Or if that sattva does not happen, naturally it has to be brought out by angika. So what is perspiration? Sweda occurs as a result of anger, fear, joy, shame, toil, sickness, heat, exercise, fatigue, summer and massage. Paralysis, stamba, occurs due to joy, fear, sickness, surprise, sadness, intoxication, and anger. Kampa, trembling occurs due to cold, fear, joy, anger, touch, and also old age. Ashru, weeping, ashru occurs as being due to joy, indignation, smoke, collyrium, yawning, fear, sorrow, looking with a steadfast gaze, cold and sickness. Then change of color occurs due to cold, anger, fear, toil, sickness, fatigue, and heat. Horripilation, romancha, occurs due to touch, fear, cold, joy, anger, and sickness. Change of voice, swarasada, occurs due to fear, joy, anger, fever, sickness, and intoxication. And pralaya, fainting, occurs due to much toil, swoon, intoxication, sleep, injury, astonishment, etc. So now he has not given the representations earlier. We all know it is natural. Of course, it will happen in our body. The horripilation will happen in our body. As I told you, we have to make it visible to the audience by showing or by touching the hair. So, same way, what are the representations of these? The anubhavas, paralysis, should be represented by inactiveness, motionless, like inert object, senseless and stiff-bodied. Perspiration will be represented by fanning, wiping off the sweat, looking for breeze, fanning, etc. Horripilation will be represented through thrills, hair standing and touching the body, showing the horripilation. Change of voice by choking voice, not able to speak. Trembling by quivering, shivering and quivering, and also throbbing limbs. Change of color in the body. It should be represented by changing the color. How to do that? He says putting pressure on the artery. You have to bring in that color on your face. If you are angry, if you are smiling, if you are in Shringara, etc. Weeping should be represented by rubbing the eyes and shedding tears. Finally, pralaya, loss of consciousness, is to be presented by inaction, motionless, swooning and breathing slowly and falling on the ground. After explaining these Sattvika Bhavas, Bharata moves on to enlist the Vyabhichari Bhavas suitable to the rasas. He says, for the erotic sentiment, for the Shringara rasa, Vyabhichari Bhavas such as indolence, cruelty and disgust are not applicable. All the other Vyabhichari Bhavas except indolence, cruelty and disgust are applicable to Shringara rasa. For Hasya rasa, glani, that is weakness, apprehension, envy, weariness, inconstancy, dreaming, sleeping and dissimulation are the states which are applicable, he says. For Karuna rasa, discouragement, anxiety, depression, weariness, weeping, stupor and death are applicable. For Raudra rasa, arrogance, envy, energy, agitation, intoxication, anger, inconstancy and cruelty are the states applicable. Then for heroic sentiment, presence of mind, energy, agitation, joy, assurance, cruelty, indignation, intoxication, horripilation, change of voice, anger, envy, contentment, arrogance, and deliberation are the bhavas which are applicable, the Vyabhichari bhavas which are applicable. For Bhayanaka rasa, perspiration, trembling, horripilation, choking voice, fear, death, change of color, etc. are applicable. For Bhibhatsa, epilepsy, insanity, despair, intoxication, even death, sickness, and fear are the Vyabhichari bhavas which are applicable. For the marvelous sentiment, paralysis, perspiration, loss of consciousness, horripilation, astonishment, agitation, stupor, joy, and fainting are the bhavas applicable. Here, if you see, not only Vyabhichari bhavas are mentioned, even the Sattvika bhavas are mentioned. So, these are all applicable to a particular, enhancing a particular sthayi bhava into a particular rasa. Bharata says, Nahi eka rasajam kavyam kinchidasti prayogataha bhavo vapi raso vapi pravrittir vrittireva va sarvesham samavetanam rupam yasya bhaved bahu samantavyo rasaha sthayi shesha sancharino mataha. Bharata says, no play or a production can have only one sentiment. It's an assemblage of many states and sentiments. Of course, the styles, vrittis and the pravrittis, and any one item has a varied representation, he says. He also adds, the one which is dominant should be taken as the sthayi. That which comes and goes, or that which is still prevailing as a subordinate sentiment, should be taken as the Vyabhicharis. Here it is interesting to know that even some of the sthayi bhavas given by Bharata act as Vyabhicharis for the other sthayis. That is, if you take a drama of Sringara rasa, Bhaya can also be a Vyabhichari bhava in that rasa to support that sthayi bhava. So, he says, Vibhava anubhava yuto hi anga vastu samashrayaha sanchari bhistu samyuktaha sthayi eva tu raso bhavet. So, that which stands on the principal theme and is combined with determinants, consequents, and transitory states is the dominant sentiment. So, Vibhava anubhava yuto hi anga vastu samashrayaha, the combination of the angas of Vibhava, Anubhava and Vyabhichari, Samyuktaha, and that the sthayi leads to that particular rasa. He also gives a tip. He says, sthayi sattva atirekena prayoktavyaha prayoktribihi sancharyakara matrena Sthayi yasmat vyavastitaha. This dominant sentiment should be represented with an exuberance of sattva. That is, the sthayi should be represented with an exuberance of sattva. But the transitory emotions, the vyabhichari bhavas, should be only more of angika, physical form, because they need not be fully with sattva, because they are not going to be dormant, right? They only support the sthayi bhava, which leads to the rasa. He also adds that a mixture of different states and sentiments will give pleasure to the audience. But of course, in the right way. As he said earlier, the sthayi should have the sattva in it. Sthayi should be concentrated more, and the vyabhichari bhavas should support the sthayi. Finally, he says, Nana artha bhava nishpanna sthayi sattva vicharinaha pumsanukirnaha kartavyaha kavyeshu hi rasashrayaha. What does this mean? He says, the dominant state, the sattvika bhavas and the vyabhichari bhavas, which supports the sthayi bhavas, should be accomplished with many ideas, and it should be generally assigned to men who are taking the main characters. Why he says men? Because men used to be assigned the major characters in the drama. And finally, he finishes that one who knows this well will attain the best in the success, siddhi. He will attain the siddhi, says Bharata. So, these chapters, rasa and bhava chapters, are very, very, very fulfilling, and the understanding is very, very important. So, when you concentrate on a particular drama, the concept of hero, heroine, then how you take it to the audience with the vibhavas which are created and the anubhavas which are performed by the actors, and abhinaya which is transported to the audience, and there the audience who have the dormant emotions, the states of Sai Bhava in them, and they experience the vibhavas and the anubhavas and the abhinayas performed by the actor, and finally they relish the rasas. That is how each and every performance brings out the rasa. And as Bharata has told, it need not be one single rasa, but of course the underlying rasa will be the main dormant emotion and the dormant state which leads to that particular sentiment or the rasa. So with this, we finish chapter 7. Namaste.